What's up, guys? All right, let's talk home sales. How many homes sold in 2012? I know you're dying to know. Okay, so really the question is, how many homes sold last year? How many homes are gonna sell this year, right? What's the market gonna look like? I've been doing some videos about the numbers and the research, and I realized I haven't talked about one of the most talked about points, and that's how many homes are selling. What's the market doing? Are there more homes selling or less? Right? So let's talk. Well, I know that a lot of you actually do want to know how many homes sold in 2012 in the Joplin area. Joplin, Neosho, Lamar, Carl Junction, Webb City, this area, Southwest Missouri, right? Well, for those of you who've got to know, search no longer, question no longer, 2,267 homes sold in our area in 2012, right? Now, if you want to know a little bit more, let's keep talking, right? So let's go ahead and look at 2013. We've got 2,359 homes sold, which was a 4% increase from 2012. Now, I won't bore you to death with just reading you all these numbers, but what I can tell you is all the way through 2019, we see a pretty much a consistent 4% increase. Now, you may notice with that chart we just showed, 2015, we actually saw a drop. We saw a 3% drop, almost 4% drop. And then in 2016, we saw that jump 12%. So it seemed to kind of go down a little bit, jump right back up on track, and then just continue that 4% trajectory. And then insert 2020. All of a sudden, 2020 comes in, and we have a 12% jump in the number of properties sell. Now, we all know what's happening. COVID was happening. The world did slow down, shut down, it seemed, and then real estate, just the doors came off as so much real estate began to be sold. In our area, we felt that. A lot of people were moving into the area, and we saw in 2020, 3,387 homes sold. And then in 2021, we actually saw an increase again, 3,743 homes sold. That was a 10.5% rise from the year before. And that's where our market actually peaked. So in 2022, we actually saw that begin to drop. We saw that drop 10% to 3,358 homes sell. 2023, we saw another 11% drop where it dropped to 2,968 homes sell. And let me tell you, we were feeling it at that point. We could feel, hey, the market has totally shifted and is really continuing to shift. In 2024, 3,086 homes, which was actually a 4% increase from the year before. Now, here's the interesting question. Are we back on track, right? Going back to 2012, we saw a lot of steady 4% increases, 4% increase, 4% increase. Now, the question is, are we back? Are we going to see a normal market for us? I don't know. See, here's an interesting data. We began to look at 2025. First quarter is over. No, really, actually, there are homes that are closing as we speak, and there are homes that we won't know if have closed until probably tomorrow, a couple days ahead. So some of these numbers are going to be a little off for March. I've pulled up what we are reporting to date. And to date, we are reporting that there are 203 homes that have sold in March 2025, and 263 have gone under contract. So what does this mean? This means when we run the numbers, in 2025, first quarter, 604 homes have sold. Again, we've got a couple more hours, but 604 homes have sold. And 698 homes have gone under contract. So that's fantastic. Now, here's the interesting point. Going back to first quarter 2024, first quarter 2024, we had 632 homes sell. So as you can see, we actually had more homes sell in the first quarter of 2024 than we've had sell in 2025. Now, interesting to note, if you're looking at that graph, you'll see that in January, we actually sold more homes in 2025. Then February, it was just incremental. It was actually 2 homes different. We sold 2 homes less in 2025 than we did in 2024. And then in March, there's a huge difference, right? So question remains, are we gonna see a lot of that in the next 3 hours, right? As we close out the month, and I'll make sure to do another video and we'll look at the numbers. Will we see an uptick at the end of the, where the quarter kind of balanced out? Or are we gonna see that the market first quarter 2025 is down from the market first quarter 2024? The answer remains, it's to come. But for right now, we are looking at a market that seems like it's actually, I'm going to say, is going to be pretty similar to last year. Now, I don't really think we're going to see a 10% drop. I don't think we're going to see a 10% rise. I've talked about that in videos before. I think it's going to be a pretty similar market. So real quick, looking at the pending numbers. The pending numbers, you're going to see that in January, we had last year, 2024, we had 205 homes go under contract. This year, 237. You're going to see in February, there was actually, we saw a rise in 2024 where there was more under contract in 2024 and then less in 2025. And then that same thing has been continuing on this month. So it does seem like, again, overall, the numbers have been pretty close. But this year right now is trending a little bit less than last year. So remains to be seen. I still say that our market this year is going to be pretty consistent, pretty similar to last year. There are so many factors, right, that could affect it, whether it's the wars, the tariffs, right? There's so many things. We don't need to dive into all that right now. But those things, of course, do play a factor on the macro level and, of course, in the micro level where we're at. Just as affecting home sales. But if you have questions about how many homes have sold, or what you can do in today's market to maximize your buying power or your selling price, please give us a call. Shoot me a text, 417-439-7721.